Thailand is a country full of unique traditions, deep-rooted cultural values, and subtle social etiquettes that might not be obvious to first-timers in the country. As a Westerner who's lived in Thailand for many years, I've definitely made my fair share of embarrassing social faux pas. So I'm going to share with you what I think are a few of the common misunderstandings that Westerners often have when it comes to Thailand, Thai culture and Thai people. So number one on my list is overusing the why. So the why is, I'm sure everybody is familiar with, the Thai greeting where you put your hands together in front of your face and do a little bow. Now the mistake that I see lots of Westerners make when they come to Thailand is they're whying everybody like it's going out of fashion. They'll be whying the hotel staff when they walk in, whying the waiter and waitress when they bring food to their table, and it's just not necessary. Now, you're not going to offend anybody by whying them, but it might make people feel a little bit uncomfortable or awkward. Thai people, when you're in a restaurant, you wouldn't generally why somebody when they bring food to your table. And there's kind of subtle, unwritten rules about when you use the why and who you do it to. If someone is younger than you or lower in the social hierarchy in Thailand, then you would not do a why to them first. You would wait for them to initiate the why and then you can do it back to them. So that's probably a good rule to follow if you come to Thailand. You wait for someone else to initiate the why to you and then you can do it back. And that way you know that you're not going to make anyone feel awkward or uncomfortable by going around whying them when it's not the kind of socially acceptable or socially expected thing to do. So number two on my list is not being careful with your feet. I know that sounds a little bit strange, so let me explain. In Thailand, the feet are seen as the dirtiest part of your body. And so you would never, for example, put your feet up on the table. I saw this recently in a coffee shop. There was two Western tourists sat outside a coffee shop, sitting in the chair with their feet up on the coffee table. And that is just really, really rude in Thailand, and you probably are going to offend someone by doing that. Other things that you should be really careful about is moving things with your feet. So if there's something that you want to move on the floor, you wouldn't kick it with your foot, and to move it, you would pick it up with your hands and move it. Obviously, going into temples and things like that, even some shops and toilets, you need to take your shoes off and either go barefoot or swap your shoes for some flip-flops. Here's another one. Don't ever, if you're going to why somebody, don't ever why them while you're holding your shoes. That is really, really, really rude. So just be careful about what you do with your feet and what you do with your shoes. Number three on my list is being too loud in public. So this is something that I often see Westerners doing when they come to Thailand, and it really contrasts with the expectations that Thai people have of each other and how they should behave in public. So Thai people really value self-control, peace and harmony, and you know, sometimes Westerners can make the mistake of coming in and being, you know, really loud, and it just disrupts the kind of harmony in public spaces like in restaurants or in temples or on public transport. It's kind of seen as inconsiderate and not respectful. Now, Thai people are probably not going to say anything to you if you're being a bit too loud, but just be aware that you might be making people feel uncomfortable if you're being really, really noisy and loud in public. Number four on my list is kind of linked to the last one, and it's the misconception that Thailand is a kind of party paradise. Now, that probably is true in places like Pattaya, Phuket, parts of Bangkok, but outside of those really touristy areas, the rest of Thailand is actually very, very socially conservative. And so people are often very religious, they are very family oriented. Those touristy party places are not representative at all of what Thai culture is like in the rest of the country. And so just be aware that outside of those popular tourist zones, you're really going to experience a completely different culture and different way of life. And so you do need to be conscious of that and, adjust your behavior accordingly, because, acting really, really drunk and crazy and loud in places that are not in the tourist zones is probably going to draw unwanted attention to yourself and maybe upset some of the locals. Thailand is a really beautiful and welcoming place, and Thai people especially are some of the friendliest, most kind and genuine people that you could want to meet. And so don't worry too much about making mistakes if you come to Thailand, because at the end of the day, if you're showing Thai people that you mean well and you're trying to be polite, then Thai people are going to be really, really grateful, and they'll really appreciate that you're trying your best. So I hope you found this video useful. Is there anything else that you notice about misunderstandings that foreigners have, or do you have your own story about where you did a social faux pas by accident in Thailand? Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.